What's up, guys? Checking my mic real quick. Mic. Okay, I think we're good. All right. How we doing, kids? What's up, Ed, Ricky, Jack? Jack, dude, I don't even know if Jack is here right now. That post that says first at 7:03 p.m. was in here when I was in here at like 5. So I think he might have done it yesterday. Anyway, regardless, he still gets first, kids. If that's a thing, he gets first. All right, let's see. What do we got going on? We're all on brand. Good deal. No private chat. Excellent. We are going to be making a. What's up, Brian? We're going to be making a smoked old fashioned this evening. And check this out. I've been smoking this orange for like an hour. What's up, Alan? So here in a minute, we'll chop that bad boy up and make us a little cocktail. Trying to fix my camera here a little bit. And what do we think about the overall? What's up, Dragon? What do we think about the overall look of the red in the shop? Should it be a different color? Should I turn? I'm just messing around with different lighting things at this point. Like, do we like? I have 1,000 different apps I gotta go through to find this. I should probably just put these all in Alexa and it'd be much easier. But do we like more light like that? It'll adjust in a second. Or are we okay with just like super dark? And that'll, again, adjust in a second. But what do you guys think? Do you like the spooky red? Or like, we can do other colors too. Do I have the other one on? I don't even have. I've got a way back light that's here. We'll turn that on too. Tell me what you think about the difference between this and this. On. Oh, well, it's green. Red. What do you think? It does match my logo, Ad. I appreciate that. I appreciate you figuring that out. I see my audio is synced up without the second camera tonight. That's good. So red's cool. I mean, like, we can do purple or somewhere like shit like that. I don't know. I may switch it up a little bit, but I also don't want it to look like you're plummeting into the depths of hell. Or maybe I do. So how are we doing tonight, guys? What's up, Robert? All right, cool. If you're down with it, you're down with it. I don't want to talk about that. Let's see. I am going to make a cocktail tonight. We should have somebody joining us in a little bit. Her name is Jessie. One thing that we are I've been talking about with Jessie and another friend of mine is doing kind of you guys know I'm big into mental health awareness and things like that. So we were talking about doing like a live stream. It would be different than this one, where the three of us kind of get together and we would, I think eventually we would talk. Initially, I guess I should say, we would talk about our issues. Here, we'll go with Christmas for now. Initially, we would talk about kind of our problems and what we're working through, but I think we'd actually work it into to you guys as well. So she may be popping Missouri. What part of Missouri? She might be popping in later tonight. We're going to do like a test run next week, and then we'll probably drop an episode the following week, right before Christmas, because I don't know about you guys, but my mental health is always shit right around the holidays. And it may be more of a video podcast type situation. I'm not sure. We need to work all that out. Okay, that's weird. I'm sorry. I'm just Okay. Sorry about that. I get this weird thing in my my toolbar that makes it look like the camera's off. So I clicked on it and then it fucking dropped. Let's see. Halfway between St. Louis and Springfield. So that is Dennis is right. That's absolutely the wrong button. Papa, Missouri. Where in Missouri? I grew up in St. Louis. I went to school in Springfield. I've lived in Carthage. I've lived in Lake of the Ozarks. The wife and I are strongly looking into moving back there. I was just kind of curious what part. Are you like Fort Leonard Wood? Are you more Rolla? St. James. Okay. All right. Who do I know from St. James? I don't know anybody from St. James. Fuck around. I'm just giving you shit. Let's see. So Robert says that he works at a special education school, so mental health is very important to me. Very important to me too. I feel like I don't bring it up a lot as much as I should on the channel. I think what might end up happening if this takes off, it will eventually become like kind of its own thing. We'll probably do a dozen. St. Peter's. Who do I know from St. Peter's? I know somebody from St. Peter's. Damn it, Megan Halford. Anyway, St. Peter's. Where's St. Peter's? Wait, no, Tina Wyberella. That's who I know from St. Peter's. Anyway, we'll probably run. So this is the idea. If it takes off, we'll run probably a dozen episodes on this channel, and then we'll probably move it over to its own place. But just to kind of get everybody kind of used to it and whatnot. So it will. I think the first episode is going to be Tuesday, probably at 7, so a little earlier than tonight. And there'll be 3 of us on. My thought behind it is initially we'll talk about, we'll just talk about mental health and kind of like our issues. This kind of came up because Jessie, a friend of mine, she said that she's trying to find a therapist, and like she went through all the paperwork and everything, and then they're like, we're not accepting new clientele. And I was like, well, if you ever need to talk to somebody, you can talk to me. So that's kind of what it's boiling down to. Carbondale, Illinois. My folks, my dad grew up in Springfield, Illinois. So it became this like, so she said, like, do you want to do it live? Do you want to do it like on camera? And I was like, y'all know I don't have any problems like with my dirty laundry. So I'm like, do you want to air your dirty laundry? That's totally up to you. She said yes. So that's kind of where we are. And then my buddy Chris was somebody who, so the thought was, I've been to a lot of different therapists, and I always feel like initially it's helpful, and then, hey Jan, or is it Jan? Sorry, it's probably Jan. I've been to like a half a dozen, probably more. Enduramark news fan, and I can get you 15% off. Let me see if I have that banner, and I will drop it to you real quick, sir. Let's go Enduramark, and then I will .com use blue 15 for 15% off. Bam. Oh, and then I got to show it. Oops. All right. Oh, it is Jan. Okay. I will never remember that now. I will constantly call you Jan because I second guess myself. But I talked to my buddy Chris because I'm like, whenever I go to therapy, initially I feel like it's decent until I get to know the therapist, and then I just feel like I'm bullshitting with somebody. And I was like, well, so my buddy Chris was like, hold on, let's stop that. This is doing it. Is it this one? No, we don't. Not that. Go away. Hold on. I'm still working. I'm still getting to know this camera. No, we're just going to be like this forever. Go away. Okay. So it's this one, right? Stop. Stop. I feel like it doesn't have enough light or something. Whatever. Okay. And so I was talking to my buddy Chris, who like he has his own set of issues, and I was like, it kind of makes sense for us to just bullshit because we are internet friends. We've never met, and I think it's kind of cool to as long as you're okay talking about all your issues, which I am. I think it's better to talk to somebody that you know. Plus, okay, and this is no joke. My last therapist, this is it's so bad, and I got to figure out how to phrase this without getting demonetized. Hey, Jerry, my last therapist found out that I have a wacky tobacco dealer. Somebody that sends me some of the good stuff, and she was like, "Can I get your guy's name?" And I was like, "You're my therapist. I think it's like really overstepping a boundary, right?" Karato, Hong Kong cat, nice, dig it. Hey Terry, it's great to see you live today. Sorry, I'm reading, and as you guys know, I will stop talking to read because I read really slow. So pro, not to put together just yet. So Terry, just take your time. If you have any questions, let me know. It's easy if you take your time and read the instructions. Karato, yeah. This is this shirt right here. I gotta kill you, Terry. Sorry. I just bought this shirt. I love it though. I was going on vacation. The wife and I were going on vacation to Cancun. We're staying at like an all-inclusive resort, and I'm like, I'm buying this shirt. Andy, I'm glad you asked because I just painted them today. Because people always ask. Here's the deal with the black nails. I just every once in a while paint my nails black. It was never a thing. If I was going on vacation, something, whatever, conversation piece, whatnot. Then I had children, and I have a 6-year-old who likes to go to the nail salon. And when she goes, she likes me to go with her, and she likes to pick my color. So they're not always black. Sometimes they're green. She's normally pretty good to me with like kind of like darker colors, but they have been bright pink. But what I found, and I'm not calling you out because you just asked a question, right? But what I found is a lot of people have issue. Like I literally had a guy the other day post a comment that said, "If you stop painting your nails, I will sub your channel." I'm still trying to get this thing to stop. Stop. And so my response, "Ooh, got it." No, I did not get it. Dude, register. I don't think it's getting it. All right. Sorry. And so my response was, if that is, and this is the reason now that I continue to paint them, if you can't get over that one difference that we have, then you probably don't want to hang around anyway. We believe in open minds here. We believe in forward thinking. So this has just become my litmus test to see who's on the team and who isn't. Is that a? Hold on a second. I just realized I have what? I'm going to edit this real quick. I put a comma instead of a dot on that. Boop. Okay, put that back up there. All right. So, Andy, that is it. So now I will paint my nails just because anybody's like, and like I said, you asked the question, no big deal. And I have no problems answering that question. But a lot of people are like I still have a comment on my page that I will deal with eventually. That's like, do you paint your nails black so to show all the gay people your gayness? And I'm like, again, that's your thing. If if that's where you're coming from, I don't want you on my channel anyway. So I don't think it's like, again, so Andy says that's awesome. You spend time with your girl. Yeah. So I mean that's an okay response. And I don't get offended when people ask. I get offended when people are ignorant about how they ask. To apply one of our, okay, so hold on. Socrato is working with his X-Tool M1. I need to fire that thing back up. I went on vacation and then I've just been busy. Looking forward to applying. Appreciate the topics as well as the one you're discussing now. More comment. Click that like button. Yes, please. Yeah, so you will probably see kind of some different videos coming out in the next couple of weeks, mainly because like I'm still gonna do laser stuff. I'm still gonna build stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I do like there's some things I would like to address and like to have said and stuff like that moving forward. I get a lot of hate for being me, and that's fine. I do put myself in the public eye, so I expect some of it. But some of it is just plain ignorant and it needs to go away. And it is who I am. I mean, and honestly, it kind of became who I am because people were ignorant about it. And I, let's see. Forget your hater, or forget the haters. No, I feel you. And I appreciate this. People will be people. That's the thing. Like, you can't change. I mean, you can try to help people like think a different way or something like that, but you can't change people. And this is my favorite one. You do you. Who cares really? See, that's the thing. Like, if you have a question, that's fine. But like, if it bothers you, take a hike. So Jan, just wait until January. I have a. Should I tell you guys what I'm going to do? Should I show you guys what I'm going to do? Hold on a second. I got to turn the lights off. We're going to do this. Hold on. Hold please. I need to find the light button. So Jan, before I go on my deal, let it catch up. Before I go on my deal, they're capable machines. On second thought, hey, you, come over here. Hi. Follow me. You decided to look at somebody else, didn't you? I changed in my mind. I don't want to pick it up. I have a Glowforge sitting over there, and I'm going to destroy it. I'm going to murder it with prejudice in a video coming up soon. And the reason being, it'll catch up. Hey, Tina. Not that I shouldn't say I don't have anything against Glowforge because I do. I think the machine is fine. But I had reached out to them way back in the day and asked them if they wanted to be an affiliate. And their response was, you're not our kind of people. So, Robert, there is Alexa, but if I say her name and turn on the shop lights, she will turn them all on. And I just wanted to turn the back ones on. Let's see. Mark says, how did I get my first donation of the X-Tool? I worked my ass off. I actually, the first laser that I ever got gifted to me. Wait, what code's not working? Hold on. Mark, I'll get back to you in a second. Blue 15 is not working? Did I spell it wrong? Blue 15 isn't working. Really? Okay, well, here, let me change it. Try Sexy 15. All right, so I know this one works. The other one should work. I don't know why it doesn't. Try Sexy 15. If that doesn't work, let me know, because that means that like my codes have dropped for some reason and I need to get that fixed. Okay, so Mark, how did I get my first donation of Xtool? I worked my butt off, and I got my channel to like I think about 50,000 subscribers. And Ortur reached out to me and wanted to send me a LaserMaster 2 Pro, and they sent it. And I had never had a laser engraver before, and I fell in love. From there, I did a couple more laser reviews, and then Xtool reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to affiliate with them, I guess. Okay. If it's so Karato, if it's a glitch, try that one. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Like, so here's the deal. As a YouTuber, as a content creator, I reach out. I don't do it as much now, but when I was smaller, when my channel was smaller, I reached out to a lot of companies like that I liked or that I wanted to work with, and I said, "Hey, do you want to have an affiliate relationship?" And you get one of three answers. Normally, you get, well, let's see, you get one of four answers. The best one is yes, right? But then you either get no, and it's just like a form letter, or you get, we're not taking any affiliates at this time, which is still a form letter, or you get no response at all. When somebody goes out of their way to make sure to tell you that you just aren't on brand for them, that's just kind of ignorant all the way around. Oh, Ed. No. Think office space copier scene. All right, let's make this cocktail, guys. I'm thirsty. I'm thirsting over here. And I just realized that I need probably some other stuff. So, please check out this delicious lemon that we have here, or orange. That's off the smoker. That's been smoking for like an hour and a half. It smells so good. Okay, so I need two things. I need ice, and I need a second glass. So that one says Vespa. That's my last name, if you guys didn't know. I will be right back. Enjoy both the laser engraved glass and the smoked orange. Right back. Okay. Oops. Sorry about that. Oh, so okay. So, Ed, here. Where'd you go? Ed, I'm gonna let you know a little secret. It's already got it. There's nothing in it. Okay, so here's what we're doing. First, got to find our booze. A little Knob Creek. Say 2 ounces. All right, and now we get our smoker, which I think I'm gonna make some of these, but this is the one I bought off of Amazon. It's a super simple design. It's just like, so it's all wood. I always, when I have two cameras up, it messes me up. This has holes drilled in it around it. and then it's got a lid to it. And this, which always cracks me up, is just like one of those drainers that you put like in your sink. Don't use one that you've already used, obviously. Okay, so for this, we're using a little cherry wood. And it's just like little flakes, little booty flakes for you. And we're going to put some of those in there, and then we're going to put some more. We're going, so if y'all don't know, like an old fashioned has cherry and orange hints to it. So we're using a cherry wood to kind of keep that going, keep that train of a sailing. All right, and then the old torch. I don't know where my little torches are. Let's see. All right, Nick. For a second machine from 10-watt diode. Hold on, let me look at this real quick. Boop. Philip, do you want... Okay, two things. One, do you want to go... I mean, do you eventually want to go to a CO2? Oops. Gotta turn it on, kids. There we go. All right. Smoke me up. Oh, smoke up, Johnny. What movie's that from? Oh, yeah. Look at that smoke. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So just cover it up. And we're going to let that smoke absorb in. And take this off because I don't want to mess with it right now. Okay, so let's see. So Philip, I would look very strongly at the Omtech Polar. It is quote unquote a Glowforge killer, and it is a very capable machine that has like built-in cooling and all that stuff. It's got a camera. I think it's 50 watt, but it looks like a pretty decent unit, and I think it's like $2,000. So it's actually a pretty decent deal. I would not personally, look at how big my gut looks in this camera, dude. It's a wide angle lens. Woo! I personally would not buy a second diode. I would totally go CO2, just knowing what a CO2 machine can do versus. Kate, you're 100% welcome. There should be some more coming soon. Somebody pointed out that I haven't done a lot of videos with the 20 watt. So I may actually redo some of the 10 watt or some of the videos where I'm using 10 watt to 20 watt so people get a better idea for like settings and stuff like that. Okay, I'm just using regular ice. I know people are going to be mad that I don't have a big ice cube. I just don't. Deal with it, kids. I actually thinking about doing this as an actual video just for the holidays. So if you guys think that I need the big ice cube, we'll do it. What do you say? Okay, so now we've got some, this is killing me. This is some simple syrup, but it's an old-fashioned Dr. What is it? Or I'm sorry, Barsmith flavor, which we're going to check out. This had good reviews, and simple syrup kind of grosses me out. Now, one thing we're not going to do, because if you guys don't know, I used to be a bartender. I was a bartender for a very long time. I used to work at a country club, and we used to have to, when we made an old-fashioned, we used to have to do all the fancy things because it was a country club. What we'd have to do is take a sugar cube and put it in the bottom of the glass, and then put the bitters on it and twirl it until the bitters dissolve the sugar cube completely. That was the dumbest thing. Oh, so bad. So we are gonna. All right, we're just gonna give that a little eyebally. We are going to get into some Fee Brothers. Again, Fee Brothers bitters. All the stuff is brand new, fresh out the box. I haven't opened it up yet, which is why I'm cutting this stuff open. If I stab myself in the chest, please call 911. Let's see. Okay, Kate, let's see. Evening. Is there a list or a link to what you get, where you get your regular supplies? So John is asking if there's a link or a list of regular supplies. No, because I get my stuff all over the place. I tell you what, John, do me a favor, email me at nick@builddadbuild.com. We'll go ahead and give you guys the dealio here. Nope, this one. That one. Wait, I don't want to do that. That one go away. There we go. Okay. Email me at nick@builddadbuild.com. Where'd that come from? And if you're looking for something specific, let me know. And if not, I should probably compile a list. You're right. Okay, so bitters, we're going to bam, bam, bam. Normally, I like a lot of bitters in my old fashioned, but we got a lot of flavors that are going to be going on here, including the fact that we're going to put a little bit of this orange in there. So just FYI. What's up? Okay. All right. So now we're going to, actually, we're not going to do that yet. We are going to do this. It looks like we've pretty much absorbed our smoke. We got a little bit left in there. We're going to let that out. Oh, and don't flip that over. Pour this in there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I just dumped cherry stuff all over the place. Okay, now we're going to come in here with our knife, and what we can do is get a nice little, I know that people do the twist and stuff like that. I just normally get a nice big chunk, and then we're just going to twist it. We're going to stir it. And then what we're going to do, just because we smoked this orange, is we're going to just squeeze a little bit of that orange juice in there too. All right. Now, bada bing cherries, because you got to. These guys out. And we're going to just drop that guy in there. Ooh. Woo! And we really need, excuse me 1 second. Sorry, I was looking for paper towels. I mean, I have a towel. Anyway, I just made a little mess. Like I got a little cherry juice all over the place. All right, doesn't that look legit? Like just delish, kids? It looks delish, doesn't it? So you just want to give it a little stir. Let's check it out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We may let's put this over here someplace. Let's hit it with a little bit more bitters. I'm a huge bitters fan. But other than that, I feel like maybe a little bit more bitters and maybe a little bit more of that orange. Just because, dude, the smoke rolling off this orange is just unbelievable. All right, let's bang it. That's it right there. It needed a little bit more bitters or a little bit more orange, a little bit of both. But yeah, John, let me know. And you know what? You're right. I probably should compile a list of all of materials and just always link it. Just always put it in my description because I do get the question quite a bit. Issues with my X tool. Figure out eventually what's going on. What's going on, John? That's what we're here for. What's happening? All right, I'm gonna read ahead, but I want to hear from John here. Shit, homie, you just gotta come over. Jesus. Make sure I got my shit. My homeboy, Mark, is in the house. All right, John. Well, do me a favor, John. Just put like my issue is and write your issue, and we'll address it in a second. So so I ordered. I guess we don't need this. I guess we don't need the drink camera up anymore. I ordered a $50 laser. I will. Let me get the link for you. Just because somebody sent this to me, and I was like, they're like, "Do you think this is legit?" And I'm like, 100% no, but I got to check it out. So, oh, this is like one of those websites too. It's just got all sorts of crap everywhere. All right, where's his? He sent me a link. Hold on. Dun, 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 dun. Here. All right. Killing me. Copy. All right, let's, how can I throw this up there? What's the easiest way to throw this up here? I'm going to put it in chat. If I put a link in chat, I can't remember if you guys can click on it or not. It's a big-ass link. Tell me if you guys can click on that. If you can't click on it, I'll just, maybe I'll just do this here. Hold on. Here, we're just going to, we're going to switch over to it. Hold on. This is going to get weird for a second. It's going to implode on itself. Bear with me. Just sure. Yeah. Okay. It's going to go. And then we're going to come over here. I didn't do it. There it goes. Okay. So this is it. It's $50. It's as seen on TV. So, you know, it's banging. Check this out. It rolls and engraves, or you can like flip it up over here and it has rollers and it like it's its own roller thing. This has got to be complete bullshit. But I have to know. Like it's got slab mode. You can run something through it. You can do cylinder. You can do trolley. You can rotate it. You can shoot yourself in the eye. You make yourself go blind. You can totally like, you know, a Christmas story it. It's supposed to be a 5-watt laser. I cannot believe. Oh, you just handheld it too. Look at that. It's I don't even know what to say. There's information I can't even find on here about it. But your boy ordered it. All right, stop doing that. So that's what's coming next. I don't know if it's coming next, but it's by the way, don't buy that until I try it. And if I try it, it's good, then buy it. Coming soon, Tina. I have just been busy. Let's see. X12 knots. Marking metal at all. Very weird. At all. Very weird. Over 50 attempts. Are you using the 1046? 1064? I'm sorry, the 1064? Or are you marking, are you using just a diode? Buck is here. That is right. Use a marking spray, John. Like you're just never going to get as good a quality as if you use a marking spray with the diode laser. Oh, Robert, you should see it when I just balance it right on top of the laser. All right, John's confused. Yeah, $50 laser, man. I thought for sure. I went through the whole process. It's even free shipping. So I have to. I 99% guarantee you it's a piece of shit. But we'll find out. If nothing else, I'm going to have like just a great time putting in a bigger laser and destroying it. Graham says metal ridge style wallets. No, Graham, I have not. They're metal. Most of the ridge wallets are not metal. So if they're metal, I mean, I would order an extra one and do like a speed and power grid on it, because unless you know what material that is and you've worked with it before, you're going to have to figure some stuff out. Oh, that's funny. I guess it links too long, so it did it in Facebook, but it split it up into two. Another one. So the 20 watt will mark some metals. It doesn't do it very fast, and they honestly just don't look great. I mean, use a marking spray, man. I'm trying to. I don't know if I have any stuff that has marking spray on it available, but it just looks so much better. I mean, it just makes it darker, and all that stuff's indelible. So indelible. So Karato, try adding that last little bit that equals 1746553. Oh, I totally think it's a scam. You know why I think it's a scam? Because Discover Card immediately flagged it. So John, that's weird, man. That sounds like a focus issue is what it sounds like. It sounds like maybe you're not, like, the laser's not focused correctly. I mean, I don't want to, like, I don't know, but oh man, I mean, I could have got it for $29. So you guys know that I bought it because I think it's shitty, right? No, so Brian, no, the laser pecker is actually not a decent. It's not a bad unit. It's similar to my my Mr. Carve M1. It's just like a really low level fiber. Well, I don't even know if it's a fiber laser, but it's actually, I think it's a fiber laser. I think it's like a 2 watt or whatever, but it'll mark metal. Bang for buck, what's your favorite diode? The Tezer P20. I never remember the name of it. Why do the names have to be so hard? It is the P20 Plus, and they are coming out with a 35 watt laser, diode laser. I am a little worried about this, by the way, guys. 35 watt. So a 5 watt laser, a 5 watt diode doing its thing in your peripheral, if you're not wearing safety glasses, after a while will make your eyes hurt. So the idea to have like this open form 35 watt laser going kind of worries me a little bit. I think we're getting dangerous really fast. So aluminum does not mark very well with the diode laser, FYI. Anodized aluminum does because there's a coating on top of it. If it has a coating on top of it, you should have no problem. You should be able to use the coated metal settings in XCS. And if you're using Lightburn, just open up XCS and pull it up, and it'll tell you whatever that is. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. Let's see. Should I seal it before or after engraving it? Very nice, Rick. Very nice. So definitely don't seal it beforehand. I know some people that seal them and some people that don't. And both those people make money doing it. So my thought is just don't seal it. If you do, definitely seal it after you do it, or after you engrave it. One of the complaints that I've heard from people that do seal them is that water, like the slate, doesn't absorb as much liquid as it would normally, and so like you have more problem with water coming off of it than like a stone that's a little porous anyway, kind of soaking up a little bit of that sweat. It's bullshit. Jesus, Nate. Nate's finishing up 150 slate coasters right now. Woo! Woo! John says he's using the kickstand. I don't know, man. Like, you should be able to do it. Like, I mean, other than that, I mean, then it sounds like a setting issue. But it sounds like you know how to set your machine if you're doing it. I mean, like, are you running a speed and power grid with like the new materials? When I say materials, like the marking sprays and stuff like that. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Are you talking about like the X-Tool D1, that back thing? I think that back thing. Okay, I'm gonna let you know a little secret. I think that back little adjustment thing's kind of bugging. I don't think it's really a thing. I don't know why they put it on there. I mean, I'm assuming they put it on there for a reason, but it doesn't seem like it's. It seems like that's like a tweaking, test and learn type of thing. If that makes sense. Excuse me. And keep in mind. Right? Why over the D1 Pro? The D1 Pro is a little buggy. It has some issues with Lightburn integration, and some people just have. Not to say that most of the issues. Not to say most issues are not user error, but some things are legitimate. Like sometimes if your laser's just shutting off in the middle and stuff like that, sometimes that can be like a little bit of glitch code. And I feel like a Tezer has a better grasp on that. Thanks, Rick. Jesus. Illinois. The drink is pretty good. I'm not a huge, like, I'm normally like just a whiskey neat guy. But I was out with the AP Laser folks the other day, and somebody bought me an old fashioned. I was like, "That's pretty good." All right, how's the drink? Let's see. Andy, I am having strange issues with my D1 Pro. When I hit the home button, I see the laser head moves left, not back. Everything else works as expected. Your drive shaft is probably loose. Your drive shaft. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show this to you. Let's see. See if I can get up. Let's see if I can get up in this B. Probably going to have to turn some lights on. Maybe I can do this with my phone. Okay. That right there, this little guy, is your drive shaft. It is on the left-hand side of the front where the X-Tool logo is. These two holes, I'm trying not to get too in there. These two holes have screws in them that need to be tightened. And if those aren't tight, this can slip, and that could be your issue. So flip it over, smack it up, you know, rub it down. That's just a guess, but that would be my first thought. Old Smoky Mango Habanero Whiskey. Is that one of the quote unquote moonshines? Mango Habanero sounds delicious, actually. Graham, crushing it till 2 a.m. So I normally am a bullet guy. What I was reading, because I was kind of reading up on the different ways that people are making old fashions. Because I don't know if I mentioned, the reason I was doing this on here is to see if there'd be any interest on me just doing a quick video on just making like a smoky old fashioned. Anyway, I'm probably making the video anyway. I don't know. I just, you know what? This is my test run. This is my test run to see if I need anything else. Makers is one of my go-tos. So is Bullet. But one of the things I was reading is somebody did this like breakdown of like 12 whiskeys, and their top 4, their medium 4, and their last 4 for a old fashioned, just taste wise. And Bullet, which is kind of my go-to, just daily driver, neat drinker, was in that bottom 4. So I went with Knob Creek because it was one of the cheapest. It was in the top one because it was like Angel's Envy, Knob Creek, something I never heard of, and something I can't remember. Oh, Andy, that could be the other thing too. What Dragonfire is saying. If for whatever reason you have the rotary engaged, it could only move left and right, and it won't move back and forth. Send it over. Send it. I actually, you remember this guy? This guy has a brewery. I'm trying to remember what it is. Mountain State Distillery, Southern Blend Whiskey. I don't think he can actually. I don't think he's supposed to send it to people. But I told him, like, he sent me a bottle for free to show in on lives and stuff like that. And I did like one live with it, and it was right after my mom died. Thank you, condolences. You don't need to put them down. And so I ended up drinking the whole thing. So I was like, hey man, send me another one. I'm like, hey, I'll buy one, send it to me. So he's gonna send me a couple bottles. So this will be back on the show because I like it. It's good. It's really good. That's probably why I drink it. All right, should make one more. I think we might make one more because I figured I would do a couple of like holiday drinks, you know, like a cool. So I wouldn't drink an old fashioned on the regular because I don't want to do all the stops. You know, I'm a pop a beer guy. I'm gonna pour myself a whiskey guy. I'm gonna pour myself a glass of wine guy. But around the holidays when people come over and stuff like that, that's why like if you have a whiskey smoker, this is the best time to have a whiskey smoker because it is a fucking party trick. Demonetized, by the way, right there. I'm pretty sure that was my 3rd or 4th F-bomb. But this is the time of year where like fancy cocktails are fun. And bada bing cherry. Hooty hoot. All right. All right. I think we're going one more. Sure. I know where Jesse is. So I knew Chris said he couldn't make it. He had some like last minute stuff come up. Hey, Mandy. What's up, girl? Let me check Instagram real quick and see if she said anything. It's no big deal if she doesn't show up. I'm just going to introduce you. All right. She said she got it. All right. Bam. Wait. Actually, let's go. Let's smoke our whiskey first. All right, hold on. And I probably have some questions to answer. Did anyone else have issues? The blue mother. No cross. Okay, so Hector, here is a thing. This is one of the reasons that I say that their firmware is buggy. Sometimes, did all that ice melt already? Look at that. This is a full thing of ice. I put half of it in there. So sometimes what you need to do, and it's dumb, you just need to. God, I made a big old mess last time with this. Sometimes you really need to kind of like fiddle with it, and by fiddle with it I mean you need to unplug it, plug it back in. You need to unplug your wires, plug them back in, check all your connections, turn it off, turn it back on. It's just one of those weird things that I don't know why, but I think that's the reason. Like if you ask Rich, Louisiana hobby guy, he will tell you that their firmware is buggy. And he knows more about that than I do. So I don't know if that is the bug per se, but sometimes it's just like wiggling the cables and whatnot. I feel like you're tech support and you're talking to somebody that really doesn't know what they're doing. And you're like, hey, listen, like you got to turn it off and turn it back on about 6 times. It will eventually recognize it. As long as all your connections are good. And the one thing to do, Hector, if you haven't, is make sure that your computer, go look at your comms, go in your device manager and look under comms and make sure your computer is recognizing the laser, that it sees there's something in that comm. Because that's something else that you may have to troubleshoot. It may be a bad connection, maybe a bad cable, bad USB, something or another. I think we need to like go full screen with this just real quick. Like you guys don't want to just see that. What the hell? Okay. All right, let's see. Hector. Hector, I know it's frustrating. Email me if you try that, if you switch a bunch of things and you still have the same issue, send me an email. It's on the screen down below. Send me an email and I will get you over to Rich, who is Louisiana hobby guy. He has like kind of a helpline and he can kind of walk you through it. Dragonfire, I used to drink the shit out of tequila and then I got old. XCS is Xtool Creative Space. It's their software. What am I doing? Mandy, what am I doing? We are making a smoked Manhattan. We already had one and it was delicious. We're going to have another one. But what I'm going to do real quick is go get more ice because apparently I didn't bring enough ice at it. I will be right back. Enjoy the smoky goodness. Okay. Oop. All right. We are back. This is not an AA meeting. Just FYI. Let's see. What's Graham saying? With the rotary, do you have any tips on getting glasses to stay straight? I haven't touched it for a few weeks because the framing it doesn't fill in the comments. 3D printing supports. Graham, real quick, what I'm sorry. What rotary are you using, first of all? Are you using the RA2? All right. So we're hitting it with, well, that was more like a tablespoon. Tablespoon of Bar Smith's Old Fashioned. That's kind of their version of a simple syrup. Bitters. This is Fee Boys. Fee Boys. The Fee Boys. All right. We're going to hit it with about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because we like the bitters. So Graham, just frame that into your question, I guess. So because I'm not sure. Rick, I 100% agree. If I was not making a super complicated cocktail, I would the only reason is because this has got a bunch of ingredients, right? We're about done with our smoke. We're going to little smoke out. Don't flip that over like we did last time because we're idiots. We're going to put that in there. Ooh. Ooh. This weird bar thing going on over here in my shop, which is odd. Ah! And don't drop the knife, kids. Don't drop the knife. Okay, so here is our smoked orange. We're going to take a nice little sliver off there. I always want to get, y'all know that you always want to get a little bit of the actual orange. Let's go over here. In there, right? Because you want to have a little bit of juice squeeze out when you put it in there. Always swirl. What I've been doing since we smoked this orange is just giving it a good amount of that orange juice because it's I'm already demonetized. It's fucking delicious. And we're gonna mix. These are bourbon bada bing cherries. So we're going to give that a little mixer. We just made a complete mess. Oh, I needed to use that for this too. All right. And cherry it is, kids. All right. Here's to bugs in the shop tomorrow. Okay, kids. And there we have yet another perfect, I say, smoked Manhattan. Clinkies. Woo! My glitch issue is coming. When it does, okay, so my glitching issue, I think, is a COM port issue. When it does it and switches comms around, stops doing it, but not swearing, that's the issue still. That sounds like it could be the issue. I mean, honestly, that's your communication port to the laser. If there's anything wrong with that comm or there's anything wrong with that cable or the connection, you're going to have issue. Poncho juice. Poncho juice. Okay, wait. So Graham, do you just have the Auteur, like the two roller one? Because that thing is insanely inaccurate. Just FYI. Let's see. So, Robert, I have only been able to successfully engrave a Zippo lighter with the CO2. Well, and I haven't tried a fiber. So I've not been able to do it with the diode, even with marking spray. But here's the deal. If you want to do one, like if you want to do your own, that's fine, right? excuse me. If you want to do like one for yourself, that's fine. What I had an issue with, and the reason I stopped even really looking around it, is I couldn't get Zippo lighters cheap enough to make any sort of profit if I sold them. Just FYI. So you can get some kind of knock-off-ish kind of ones from like Alibaba and whatnot, but a lot of them are like a butane. It's not the same thing. And I smoked for like 30 years. So I have to have like, if I have a Zippo lighter, I have to fill that with it's not butane, whatever you pour in there, you know, like the Zippo lighter fluid, and I have to have a wick, and I have to have a flint, and I have to flick that bitch. So I don't want a new Zippo that has little, like, that's USB rechargeable and nerd. Got to have the old school thing. But I just couldn't find, I couldn't find a way to make it worth my time to engrave them, if that makes sense, or to mark them. So, Graham, and you're gonna continue to have issues. The two things I can suggest to you. One is, hold on. Don't ask me why. I just knew that was laying over there on the floor. Invest in some big, thick-ass rubber bands that are fairly small, because you're going to have to wrap them around your material. And let me find some material, and I will show you what I'm talking about. And the other thing is to put some sort of weight inside the container. And all you're doing is like making it heavy enough to where it doesn't slip on those rollers. So here is my whiskey bottle. I want to take one, probably two of these, and put them outside of the engraving area, but they're still in contact with the rotary, or with the wheels, the rollers. So it gives it extra traction. And then, like I said, like a bean bag. If you don't have any bean bags, like a Ziploc bag full of rice works too. But anything to weight it down works better. Robert, they're made from a lot of different materials, but a lot of them are like chrome and things like that. I think they put a coating on them, because I got I'm trying to think. Did I get a stainless steel one? I think I got a stainless steel one. There's a weird light blinking over there. I got what they were calling was a stainless steel one, and I couldn't put a mark on it, but I think it had some sort of coating on the top of it. What's the Hippo lighter? Is that a thing? Or is this some dumb thing that I'm gonna look up? What is a Hippo? All right. I feel like you're lying to me. Well, okay, I see one that looks like a... All right. Stop trolling, dog. I just would like you guys to know that Nate's talking about his testicles. Let's see. It was a yoke. Okay. Take it easy, Graham. Nate, are you texting me too? Okay, so Ho for Salem. Kind of the same thing. Like, the problem is, when I was looking at Zippos, it's one, the Zippo brand makes them expensive. Like, you just can't find a decent knockoff, or at least I couldn't. If you can, email me. I would love to do Zippos. The painted Zippos, it depends on what kind of material they use. They don't normally say they're painted, and it's just one of those things where it kind of depends on the material, and I wasn't willing to buy like a dozen different Zippos to see if I could mark them. Not saying you can't, but like painted tumblers, I haven't seen that in a Zippo. If you have, Hope, let me know. Like I said, I would be all over that. Like I said, I was a cigarette smoker for a very long time. I tend to partake in some of the green stuff sometimes now. So I love lighters. I'm a huge fan. Okay. I don't know if Jesse's coming. And I think Nate just sent me a message on Facebook. Let's see. Karate, what are you using? What's your medium? What do you? I'm thinking of doing, and I know, where's Kate? She's going to be all over this. I just got to sit down and like kind of research like everything that they use. I was thinking about doing a glass engraving video, but just basically doing all the different ways, because there's like a million different ways, it seems like people do it with dish soap and all this stuff, and I've had varying success with a lot of that stuff. But I'd be interested to see. I'd be interested to see even me, who is a professional idiot, do all those back to back. I would, Robert, I would be like, hey, like what particular Zippo is it? You know, I mean, like, yeah. So like I bought a chrome one, and, you know, I haven't tried it on the fiber, but I haven't been able to engrave it on anything else. I tried it on the, I've tried it on actually I tried it on the 10 watt, but I also tried it on the 45 watt CO2 upstairs. And it just doesn't, like whatever I engrave, like whatever I mark on there, as soon as I go to clean it, it wipes right off. So I'd have to like know what it is. All right, Karatu. Good night. Good night. Yeah, see, so Nate, like when I did glass, it was like whatever, you know, I was get the two confused. It's not cold galvanizing compound, the other one, right? Or is it? I get the two things that I use for glass and metal mixed up. But there is, hold on, I'll get to you in a second, Robert. But I've seen so many different things. Painter's tape, chalk paint, which is different than chalkboard paint, by the way, which I didn't even know. Tempera paint, painter's tape. Like I said, I heard somebody use like dish soap or something. Like it basically just needs something to bounce off of, I believe. So the one thing is, or the one cool thing about the Enduramark product is it will do it in black. But I see some people do like black too. I think they're actually churning it, but hey, if it works, it works. WD-40 probably work. All right. So Robert, again, you need to know what material it is, because Zippo makes like, I'm not kidding, like 400 different lighters. So even like, hey, it's like a silver one. Is it silver? Is it stainless steel? Is it chrome? Is it brushed nickel? You know, I mean, there's like, I tell you what, dude, email me. It's down here. Email me. It's right there. Ooh, I'm going the wrong way. Ooh, email me. And if you can get a picture, or like if you find out what that lighter is, I can let you know a little clearer. But that's like, how do you skin this animal in the woods? You know, I mean, there's a lot of extra other stuff. So wait, you think they're all brass based? I would think the inside would look like brass then, right? I've had 50 plus Zippo lighters in my life, and they're all silver inside. Now, I am not a huge I'm not a metallurgist. I'm not a metal guy. So I mean, if there's like a brass that is a silver color, maybe, but I've never seen like a brass color inside a Zippo that I can recall. Did XCS replace LaserBox Basic? I believe so. If you do not have a Pro, I think you still use LaserBox Basic, but I don't know why you would. XCS has a lot more capability than LaserBox Basic does. And LaserBox Basic, I mean, the only reason I've ever kind of promoted that was because that was an easy stepping stone to getting your laser started quickly. It was never, LaserBox Basic never was like something you want to use in a business or long term. All right, Dragonfire. I mean, I could be wrong. It's also been, I say that I've owned 50 or something in my life. I also, the last Zippo I had was 6 or 7 years ago. John, it works with the X-Tool 20 watt, but the D1 20 watt, but not the D1 Pro 20 watt. If that makes sense. Just so everybody's clear, John might already know this, but somebody might not. X-Tool came out with the D1, and it was a 5 and a 10 watt variety. After that, they came out with a 20 watt head for the D1, but I don't think they ever came out with a D1 20 watt. When they actually put it into unit is when the D1 Pro came out, and the D1 Pro came out in a 5 watt, a 10 watt, and a 20 watt flavor. So you can buy a 20 watt head for the D1. Don't. Just get a Pro. Just get a Pro, dude. Just get a Pro, dude. And are we not talking about the Omtech fucking Polar? Dude, this is kind of a crazy machine. This is, we talked about Glowforge killers earlier. I'm a big fan of this. And I have never used or demoed or anything an Omtech laser. Omtech's a good company as far as I know. And their Polar is kind of badass. So Rick said it. The thing is, like, all right, guys, diode lasers are fun. And they're great hobby machines. And they're great to start your side hustle. But there's been several questions about... All right, Michael. There's been several questions tonight on whether you should upgrade or do something else with your diode laser. And here's the deal. Jack, so do I. Glowforge sucks. Just wait. I'm going to throw one off my roof. Actually, I'm probably not because I don't want to climb up there. But I'm going to destroy one. If you have a diode and your business is making you money, you're going to want to invest in a CO2. The speed and the reliability and the repeatability that you're going to get from a CO2 is going to be leaps and bounds better than buying a second diode. I also recommend that everybody start out with a diode. And you know what? Like, I wouldn't recommend this to everybody, but I would, if you had all the money, right, get a shitty diode first and have all the problems, and then get a good diode, understand like where that shitty diode was lacking, and therefore you're already happier, and then go to CO2 and realize why you should have never had a diode in the first place. But I wouldn't suggest to anybody to jump right into a CO2 because you have to understand how the thing works first, right? So wait, if you look at the very bottom, they're brass. So are the inside, Dragonfire and I should take this offline. But so the inside, where like the whatever you call the stuff that you put your lighter fluid on, is that silver? Or I mean like silver colored? Because now I'm doubting, like I think we are, like, I think this is a Mandela effect. No worries, brother. I'm just like, I'm fucking around. So just out, this is funny because Michael says this. So what cracks me up about this is these are the three metals that I've had the hardest time trying to mark with a diode. No shit. Like I'm trying to think. There's a fourth one in there. No, brass I think worked. Anyway. Well, Sandy, welcome to the club. I'm not, so listen, I don't want to discount diodes at all. Diodes are very capable machines. What you will find out is that repeatability gets a little difficult and they're slow. So what I say, and what I tell everybody to do, is pick yourself up a diode. Get you like the X-Tool D1 or the Atezer. See, the reason I rep the X-Tool more is because it's easier to remember. The P2 Plus or whatever it is, P20 Plus. Pick one of those up, right? Make you some money. Pay it off. Maybe even continue to use it and stockpile a little bit of cash until you buy CO2. Once you buy that CO2, you can increase your order production and your turnaround for shipping, right? Because, like, to put this into perspective, hold on. So I got Sandy, I've got Dragonfire with a bunch of stuff. Hold on. Dragonfire, I love Zippos too. I just want to make sure that I'm not like missing a big old thing before I go on my rant. I start with K40. K40 is not a bad deal either, except it depends on which K40. Don't get me into it, Jack. All right, so Sandy, here's the deal. Where'd you go? Just so I can put this into perspective for you and everybody else. Hold, please. Okay, this just came, like, this isn't clean or anything, just FYI, but I make these keychains, okay? This is made out of an engravable plastic, a laser engravable plastic. So that's what it is. It's red, and when you engrave it, it comes out white. Because it's from Enduramark. I will just put Enduramark's thing back down here because somebody's going to ask. If you want to check it out, you can pick it up. You can pick up some for 15% off. If you spend over $100, you get free shipping too. So I make these and I sell these, and I sell a lot of them. And actually, like, Christmas has been crazy. I've been putting $100 a day in my pocket with these. To cut one of these on the X-Tool D1 takes about, to cut and engrave it. So you have to cut both sides. So this is laminated. There's two pieces here, right? So to cut and engrave this and this. So here. To give you a better idea, this is what they look like, right? They're white on the back. I don't like that. I laminate them together, make them thicker, and they look like this. On the X12D1, one of these takes 10 minutes, like 8 to 10 minutes. When I started making them on the 45-watt CO2 upstairs, let's see, so a half a sheet, so I'm trying to think how many that is. Probably like 9. 1, 2, 3. So 9. That's wrong. I'm sorry. One of those would take me 15 minutes on the X12D1. When I started making them on the like upstairs on the CO2, a half a sheet, so 9 keychains would take anywhere between like a little over an hour to an hour and a half, depending on the keychains. Some of the keychains say something in the back and blah, blah, blah. When I started doing them down here on the 100-watt CO2, a sheet takes like 45 minutes. So it's like once you get into like a production mindset, they're not cutting it anymore. I don't care what you're doing on them. You know, I mean, you got guys that have a 5-watt that all they do is the Norton white tile method, and they spend hours and they get their settings just right, and their tiles look amazing. They're not making a living on that. So just FYI. Sandy, you're always welcome to email me. The email address is not down at the bottom. It's nick@build.build.com if you have any questions. I do not have the Ortur Laser Master 3, but it looks like a pretty good unit, and I feel like I feel like they fixed a lot of pain points from the 2. I just lost my my coaster, and I'm afraid to go get it because this cam's going to try to catch me. Yeah. And that is not it. Okay. We'll look for it later. It's just plywood, kids. Let's see. What is Nate saying? Nate says, I started in March, D110, and then 20-watt Pro, day at launch. Got a 50-watt fiber about 3 months ago, and 90-watt CLS, selling my 20-watt. 10-watt will always have first place in my shop. And Nate, I feel you. There may be a laser or two in my shop that I never use that I kind of love. Just saying. I think, Gordon, I think you're close. I don't know specs for specs. If I say Guayki, I don't know how you pronounce it. Everyone pronounces it different, but I think it's a good unit. I don't know specs for specs if it's the same. All right, let's see. All right, does anybody have any more questions? I think it's about time to wrap it up. I want to go see the wife. Been on for like an hour and a half. I don't think that Rick, sorry, I missed this one. Welcome to Know Your Ladder. Yeah. Listen, dude, I have a fascination with fire. So that's why. But if anybody has any questions, ask them real quick. Other than that, I am going to I'm gonna go find my Hippo lighter and maybe not smoke a. Just kidding. So Nate, CO2 can You need a smaller lens for your CO2. What'd you say your CO2 was? They want CO2. I don't know what your CO2 is, but you're probably running like a 2-inch lens, like a 1.5, or if you find a 1, I don't know if you could really, like, I don't know if that's, most companies don't just like offer that. Like a 1.5 will get you super fine detail. Take it easy, Terry. So should, yeah, Nate, definitely. Yeah, Rick, I appreciate it. So what do you guys think? Should we do a cocktail video? Should we do a couple of like Christmas cocktail videos? I think I'm kind of done with making content for the year. Like after next week, I have my kids until the end of the year. I'm not going to have a ton of time, but I could, like, make a quick cocktail video, like, hey, ho, 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 old fashioned. What else we got? Like whiskey sour. Whiskey sour, we could smoke some lemons. All right, cool. All right, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. All right, one more shout out for questions before I take off. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Oh, by the way, I know, right? One of these days. Guys, go check out Discord if you haven't. And can I wait? I'm gonna make this one different. And hold on. All right. So go check out Discord if you have not. It's totally free. Patreon's kind of hurting a little bit. So if you guys want to like head over there and like support the channel a little bit, that would be awesome as well. No pressure. I don't mean it like that. I just I've had several big Patreon supporters like jump off recently, and I must suck. I'm kidding. Thank you, sir. That should happen in February. You should see the full video in February. Yes, I think that's one of the issues with it. But you're not going to be able to do that with the Gwaiki cloud either, I don't think. That is really not a bad idea. All right, Nate, appreciate you. You need y'all watch this video. What would happen if? Yeah, see, sponsors and whatnot tend to frown on that a little bit. But you know what? What we're doing next year is we're making sure that I can make. I've been really restrictive on the kind of content I've been able to make because I've been doing a lot of like unboxing videos and things like that. So I'm changing that. That shit's going to turn around real quick. All right, guys, I'm going to eat this cherry and then I'm out. I hope all your cherries are delicious. Woo-hoo!